Deltarune today.
Deltarune now.
So, yes, neither of us have a playthrough of this blind on the internet.
We would have.
We recorded chapter 2 together blind a long time ago, but that never saw the light of day and probably is gone. Like, there's a theoretical possibility we get it back, but like it's probably gone.
Wrecked hard drive.
Yeah. But we've been so excited for chapters 3 and 4. So, of course, we're doing a series on it. Yes. I'm excited.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
We have a bingo card.
Yes. We literally just filled it out like 2 minutes before we started this.
Yeah, basically.
It's mostly bullshit. But that's the fun of it.
Yeah. We'll see if any of these things come true. Woody theory. It's gonna happen. Should we just jump into the beginning of this? Yeah, okay. You got the headphone in and everything?
I got the headphone in. It's gonna fall out, but I'll put it back in.
All right. Applause. I heard the applause.
Last time it was. You don't really need it.
And then it crashes. No, there we go.
There it is. Speaking of crashing, the Steam page crashed, but we downloaded it a couple minutes ago.
It was like 10:56 a.m. our time, Eastern.
Yep. I messed up the save. I made it like a couple days ago, but I left it open.
For 36 hours?
For 36 hours. I just went to work and just closed my laptop. So that's... Oh, there's a kitty.
First of all, this background, this music, it looks the same as in chapter 2.
Yep.
They didn't change that. Cool. Apparently this is Deltarune v0.0.086. Mm-hmm. Fun fact.
We do know Toby just updated it like a week before it came out.
Yeah.
Not on the Switch.
We do have the update because we're not playing on the Switch, we're playing on PC.
Switch isn't out yet.
We also, so this file we have here was a recent replay of recruiting everybody and doing like the pacifist.
Yes. I did this like... I started it like a couple days ago and I finished it yesterday night.
We have
at
both
2 a.m.
Shadow Crystals, the Devil's Tail.
Everyone's recruited. We have Shadow's Crystal, Devil's Tail, Dealmaker,
both eggs.
Spin Cake.
Yeah. If you've not played Deltarune chapters 1 and 2.
Then what are you doing here?
May I recommend either playing it yourself. It's free. It's free on Steam. The first 2 chapters, free on Steam, and then you can decide after that if you want to buy it or not. Or if you don't want to play it, there's a really nice playthrough by my friend Jay over on my collab channel, Ariah and Jay. Both of us are there co-commentating with him. It is his blind playthrough, so check that out if you don't want to play it yourself. But we're going to jump into chapter 3.
They're not here if they haven't seen chapter 1 and 2.
Sure, but like, I have to say that. I'm obligated.
Of course.
Oh, I do have saves for a weird route and for an aborted weird route. So those aren't right here. I have them in a separate folder so I can add them into the game later. So our goal with this is to do chapter 3 and then chapter 4, which obviously, but what I mean is I want to like pull chapter 3 apart. I want to do a weird route. I want to like completely investigate chapter 3.
If there is a weird route.
True, yeah.
Also, we need to find out if Birdley's dead.
Yeah. And then we move on to chapter 4. So we're going to have like the chapter 3 series and then the chapter 4 series. Should we get started? I mean, like last time, right? Like Chris made Chris very, very seemed like they were making a dark world.
A dark world.
It could be a gas leak. I don't think it is, but it could be. Should we find out?
Wait, before we start. Do we want to do any sort of drinking game with our water? Every time they mention the night or the roaring or some other thing.
Maybe? I haven't thought about this.
I just want to make sure that we're hydrated.
Well, look, we're going to be talking a lot, so I feel like we're going to reach for the water. Mm-hmm. At least for me when I'm recording, I will reach for the water, because I'm like, yeah, I just made a lot of noises with my throat. I need the water. I mean...
Won't the water taste so much better and be so much more refreshing?
Sure.
If there's a stipulation forcing you not to drink water.
What's the drinking game?
I couldn't come up with one.
Then maybe we don't do one, just because I can't either, and...
Every time we get a bingo square, we can only drink. How many is this?
If we get a bingo, we immediately get some vodka and take a shot.
Maybe if we fill the whole board, we get some vodka. I don't know about that one. We can only drink 50.
We cannot fill the whole board. We have no papyrus and papyrus. Not the same row, column, diagonal. But whether or not papyrus is here, we're getting space.
What if he's in one chapter but not the other?
Then I think he's here, right? Because I think it's the chapters 3 and 4 bingo.
What if it's papyrus, but it's also not papyrus? We'll work on
cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
We're stalling.
How is this gonna start?
I'm so scared. I'm not ready. I'm so scared.
I hit the button.
I really wasn't prepared for this. I wanted to watch more theory videos.
Snoozy.
Oh, what's she snoozing?
Well, she was snoozing on the couch, and she's gonna
Now
wake up
she's
in the
not.
dark world, presumably.
Is
it gonna be green room right off the bat? No way.
Can you believe Deltarune now? Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I just... Okay.
Huh?
I'm incoherent.
Chris, hey, wake up! We're in the dark world. The hell did this happen?
Can I just say I'm really glad that I didn't put you can beat the chapter without Susie on our bingo. Because a lot of people did.
Yeah, I wasn't buying that one. Well, who cares? This means another adventure together. Or, not together. This means another adventure, right?
We could be apart.
Let's see what else is around. Here we are. We're playing.
We are again.
It's a couch for
Always
sleeping.
such a pleasure.
The couch is to sleep too. Oh my gosh, they're like eyelids. Cheriel is totally a character.
Cheriel is real. Cheriel is real, confirmed. We should have put Cheriel on our bingo, but we didn't. Also, it has like a little crown and
yeah.
Susie's room.
And troll horns.
And troll? Is that another fucking Homestucker? No, we'll save that somewhere. It has a little crown like in Susie's room.
So
there's a safe spot right next to us.
Yeah, so clearly go the other way.
Clearly. Maybe we should say... Oh. Little goopies.
Yeah. Can't interact with anything.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
What?
It
sneezed.
It sneezed.
Wait, hold on. What do we think this is? Like, because we're in our living room.
We're in a... carpet fabric?
Chapter 1 already had, like, dust bunnies.
Yeah, I mean, so what's the bottom black abyss, though? Darkness.
The floor. The floor
is lava.
I was about to say, the floor is not lava. The floor is...
The floor is dark goop.
I don't know what these things
I
are.
have no idea. It could be a TV thing. It could
Probably
be...
not.
It could be a kitchen thing. It could be a bathroom thing.
Wait, so, our couch was facing this way.
Yeah.
And we were here. And then...
I mean, there's no evidence that anything has been specifically... Well, I guess... No, in chapter 1, it was laid out in order of how we... And chapter 2, you know, was not really, but...
Because we're in the... We went surfing on the internet.
So
I think that could be the doorway.
We're on, like, a dock.
We are on a dock.
Like, just a long... what's in the background?
Hills.
Like, hills? Oh, by the way, if you want to see this game fast,
don't watch this.
This is not the playthrough for you. We are going to be dissecting things as much as we can, and we're probably going to be stupid about it, but that's okay.
Yeah. I can't guarantee quality commentary, but I can guarantee a lot of commentary.
A stale wind. You stifle a sneeze.
So did the tendril.
Yeah.
Well, no, it failed to stifle a sneeze.
It's the breeze from the outside.
Yeah, because Chris opened the door. Why? I don't know.
Filled with the power of not sneezing.
Dark World? Dark
New
World.
file.
Should put Dark World on our bingo. This is so fucking insane. I'm sorry. I'm
different tiles on the ground here.
I cannot contain my excitement.
Oh, another one of these. Are we ready to just plunge into the depths of chapter 3?
No.
Too late. All right.
Oh, they're back. They're back. The thingies from chapter 1.
Yeah.
And I did see... Did you watch the trailer? I did see that these things were in the trailer.
I did watch the trailer, but I don't really remember.
It's Azrael's dust. It's not. It's really not. Please stop saying that.
Interesting.
We never really understood what these were an
Can I
analog
check
to.
it from down here? No, I cannot.
You can't kill it either.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I never really understood what these were meant to be, but that's because we never saw the inside of... Oh my god, it's Rouse.
Oh my gosh, Ralsei's here.
Ralsei's here. Holy shit,
How did that happen? How the hell did he get here? The horns.
Maybe. We didn't put that on the bingo, not because we don't think it's true.
That's just a personal theory. We just don't think that they're gonna like.
They're not gonna reveal
say
that in chapters.
It's either never gonna be revealed or it's not gonna be revealed in these chapters.
I think we're gonna find out more about Ralsei. I think we're either gonna
Yeah.
get that confirmed or unconfirmed. I just don't think it's gonna be in these chapters. Well, wait for me.
Ralsei.
Oh, cute. He's got his little glasses. I felt a dark presence and hurried here. If we keep going, the dark fountain should be...
Hey, Ralsei. You're not gonna believe what I did after our adventure yesterday. After we saved the world, I went over to Chris's, almost baked an entire pie, and then marathoned movies all night.
You fell asleep. Oh, Susie, it sounds like you had a wonderful time.
Yeah, it wasn't awful, I guess.
That's a wonderful time.
I want to hear all about it. Let's just get going first.
Oh, yeah.
Does Ralsei know that we did this? Because Ralsei has knowledge of the outside world. Because in the previous chapter... Oh, rip. Pacifist run ruin.
I had to check it. I had to.
Ralsei knew about... Those are going to hit you for sure.
Nope.
Maybe not these ones, but some of them are. Ralsei knew about... We have an audience.
They're like the dust bunny things.
They're like the dust bunnies, but they're
What
dust
are they called in
bears.
this game? They were called something else.
Hold on, I know this.
Rabbik?
Rabbik. This is Barrack. Barrack, the barrier bears. That are outside the barrier.
Anyway, so I've been thinking
Me too.
about some of those movies last night.
A dangerous pastime, I know.
Think you could survive Blood Crushers 2, Ralsei?
I don't know. I've never seen a movie.
Really?
Okay, cool. That perfectly ties into what I was going to talk about. Because you can keep walking. Ralsei... More. Ralsei has some intimate knowledge of the outside world, but he's presumably not constantly aware, like, in the light world. If we're taking him at his word that he's never seen a movie, for example. He knew about the room down the hall from the closet, and he knew the exact path to get there, and that Chris had to go there and get the stuff. So...
Yeah. Oh. You can finish your thought on that. Oh, no. What do you want to?
Huh?
You know, come watch next time. Movies.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't need to finish my thought. I forgot what it was. But...
I mean, that Ralsei had knowledge of how to get the stuff in chapter 1.
He sure does.
So,
I don't have anything to expand upon with that.
But he doesn't have knowledge of watching a movie, so it's not like specifically the lens of Chris or anything.
Yes. If we take him at his word, which maybe we shouldn't.
True. Unreliable Ralsei.
Unreliable Ralsei.
Lots of nothing here. Lots of the same.
Well, this is all very familiar. It really makes me wonder what the inside of that room
Okay.
looked like.
Well, we're going down here first. Do I do it?
You do it. It's like the killing room from Yume Nikki.
Come on, there's got to be something. Yeah!
Yeah!
Oh, you open the chest. Inside was 10 points.
10 points!
10 points for Gryffindor. Was added to your score.
Trans rights.
More dunes. Carpet dunes or something.
Yeah, maybe lumps in the carpet.
And then, like, it doesn't have to be just movies, you know. You could even, like, go to school with us. Then we could get him to do our homework, right, Chris?
Poor Susie.
I'd love to do your homework, Susie.
Oh?
Yeah, I saw a yellow thing and I was like, I'm not moving on while that's going.
It's Starwalker colored.
It's Starwalker colored.
What is it?
It's looks kind of like a C, but it's an eyeball, but it's a rooster, but I don't know.
Yeah, this really makes me wonder what that room looks like. The one where Castletown is?
Mm-hmm.
Or what it looked like. And also how long it existed for.
Yeah.
Because...
Also, have we never seen Toriel's room still?
no, we've never seen this version of Toriel's room.
That's an interesting detail. It's always locked.
But we're just assuming that we're starting from the couch.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a one-to-one, of course.
There's so many chapter 1 references.
Mm-hmm. You got this. Good job.
Little applause. There's a little applause in the background.
Well, of course, we've got an audience. Can't you see them?
And then, like, best idea for last. So there's this festival in a few days, right? And maybe it's stupid, but wouldn't it be kind of fun if we all went in a few days?
A few days.
A few days.
A few days.
Glad we didn't put that on the bingo card.
Yeah, so not tomorrow, but in a few days.
We were debating at the festival, and I was like, I think Susie just said, like, festival's coming soon TM, so it's probably not this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming it's the weekend.
Assuming it's the weekend. We have
Big
church.
question, we don't know. There's church today, apparently. We don't have school today, so it could either be a midweek holiday or like a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Or school's on Saturday, it's a Sunday, I don't know.
Nothing has tried to kill you yet.
Another one of those. Yellow ones.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has tried
I'm
to kill me yet.
suspicious of that.
I'm going
This is
pretty
so-
deep down. By all, I mean, Rouse 2, obviously.
Susie, I'd like nothing more.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Susie, he's not coming.
Yeah, this is all.
It's so similar to the first Dark World that we saw.
It very much so.
I wonder if this is just like what a Dark World looks like when it's first created. Or like the beginning of a Dark World, and for some reason, which...
I'd like nothing more to go with you, Susie.
I'd like nothing more to go with you, Susie, but
But you... What? Sorry.
Why is
I
it
didn't know...
progressive?
Because it does that while we're walking around, and it...
Makes sense. I already forgot what I was talking about, I'm sorry.
This is how Dark Worlds are normally set up. Usually set up.
And maybe we just entered the cyber world in a weird way?
Well, we entered through the front door. I mean, there was a lot of these falling things in all of the Dark Worlds. All 3 chapters so far.
It's true, but the cyber worlds were all computery. You know, they had the rhythm game. And this is very similar to
Yeah.
the first one. And the first one,
I don't think I could.
Yeah, I mean, it was... The festival's kind of stupid, you know? I mean, obviously. Just, I mean, we don't even have to play any games. We could just make a mess, cause some trouble. Just... I don't know, could be fun if you just went, you know?
she cares about him.
No, Susie, I want to. I can't go.
Did I say something weird?
Weird road?
No, not at all, Susie. I'm happy to be invited by you, Susie. I am. It's just, I'm a Darkner. I can't go to the light world. Even if I wanted to.
Why?
Because we're not real. Susie, it's hard for me to explain this, but...
Oh? Does this count as a prophecy cutscene?
No.
The chair!
Uh...
Susie's room. It has the Godzilla.
You see, Susie, you and Chris live in the light world.
Wait, but real Susie's room.
Real Susie's room, yes. Not fake Susie. Not the
No.
Dark World Susie's room.
But that's
Susie's-
weird.
Susie's not homeless.
Is Susie not homeless?
Susie's not homeless? Thank goodness we didn't put that on our board. We almost did.
A place where everything is as you see.
Maybe
That is, as long as there's light.
Maybe what?
maybe when she was like, my own room, huh? Well, maybe A, her real room sucks. Or B, she has to share this with someone.
This room does suck.
This room does suck.
A chair, a bed, and a poster.
This chair, it's from the Spanish sweepstakes. The chair.
But I won't put that as the Spam Sweepstakes reference because it was actually Spam Sweepstakes referencing
It was
this.
a teaser.
Yes.
It was a Chapter 3 teaser. We're not counting Chapter 3 teasers. We're counting references to the sweepstakes.
Like the Noel blog, for example.
Yeah.
It's from Success.
You see, when it gets dark, things become more indistinct. A chair can look like a monster. A poster can look like it's moving. Your eyes can't see the truth anymore.
Zelda reference?
And when the light runs out, you see nothing.
When the light is running low
Rouse is nothing theory
and
confirmed.
the shadows start to
But also,
places
can we put to rest, no one believes this, but I think we can firmly put to rest the Rouse isn't actually a Darkner, he's actually Asriel who skipped out on college and went to hide in a closet and pretend to be a Darkner theory.
He's with Chris because he's the fucking horns. That's-
Probably, but also can I just say how much I love that? Like as the explanation for Darkners.
Yeah.
When your eyes play tricks on you when you're looking around your room in the
Yeah,
dark.
I agree. No,
That's
that's
so-
I
that's
was
such
gonna
a
say something about that
wonderful
too.
concept.
I agree. I enjoy that. You know, your brain has to fill in more gaps when it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
So there's more tricks of the light. There's more. Oh, something moved, but really it's just me not fully seeing the thing over there or whatever, right? Like, and that kind of fuzziness of perception as creatures that rely a lot on light to see, you know, to observe our surroundings, kind of can be tricked by that, by the light not being there, or some kind of magical darkness that takes over and purposefully makes things fuzzy and kind of breathe some weird kind of life into it.
Absolutely. Do you remember in chapter 1, in the room with the toys where we woke up from the dark world, there was a light switch. And when we entered into the light world again, there was the sound of a light switch turning on. So what if that was more literal? What if sealing the dark fountain is...
Turning the light on? I
I
mean,
mean metaphorically. I don't really know how that works. It's
There's
fuzzy.
definitely a connection there. I do feel like... we woke up at the desk though in the computer lab. It
Yeah.
seemed like the light was already there.
Yeah. Power went out? I don't know. It's not really much.
Yeah.
It's not really anything.
Well, it's something to think about though.
It ties into back in chapter 1 before chapter 2 came out when everybody thought it was quite plausible that the whole dark world was just a representation of Susie and Chris playing with toys.
Part of me wants to put this screenshot right here in the Discord, just out through chapter 3 channel. You see nothing.
Spoiler tag. You click it, it just says you see nothing.
Yeah. Alright. You ready?
I'm ready.
Of course, your mind can't make anything of nothing. But what if it became even darker?
Yet darker.
Darker than dark.
Yet darker.
We should have taken a sip of water every time they said the word dark.
The dark, yeah.
What if we could take away the light that wasn't there? Until we reached another side.
Negative light. Negative light.
Another hymn?
So
Photon readings negative.
it's like antimatter almost. It's an anti-universe.
Anti-light.
Anti-light. And light is just...
The complete
Energy.
and utter absence of light where there already was no light.
But there's even less light than that.
There's even less light than that. I don't know, that's pretty bright. A fountain.
Yeah, but it's negative light. All the light down in the dark world is negative light.
Also, I wonder if... No, that's kind of stupid. But you see that that pattern underneath the pattern. Like there's a scrolling pattern design, and then there's one underneath it as well.
There are 2 scrolling pattern designs.
Yes. So I guess one's not really underneath the other, but it looks to me as if one is underneath the other. Actually, I think it is. I wonder if that is I have to look at it more clearly. But I wonder if that is the same texture that is used in the Goner Maker. In the background. And the background of the Goner Maker is actually a really heavily edited picture of the ocean. And that same picture of the ocean was used as a part of a background for one of the teasers in the Spamton Sweepstakes. There's a picture of like a tree, and then a section of that image of the ocean over the tree.
Interesting.
And we know from Onion or Disgusting or Beauty or I forgot the other one.
Well, he's Yum in this one, right?
Yeah, he's Yum in this one. That there's a song coming from deep in the ocean.
Yeah.
Deep in the
That's interesting. We should put a pin on that. We should look into that texture at some point in the future.
I should have added ocean, just the word ocean.
That's all right. Okay, well then, I do want to say about this whole dark world thing with the even less light than that. It already was a connection, but now it just makes me Entry 17 like just more. Like that's definitely something here. Darker yet darker, right? Like the process of it getting even darker than dark, right? Like, and that being what entry number 17 is referencing, just being a very, very clear, like undeniable at this point, parallel of what's happening here in Deltarune.
I saw some speculation about whether entry number 17 was about the creation of a dark world, or if it was about something even deeper than a dark world.
Yeah.
But here we're learning that a dark world is darker than dark already.
Yeah.
So maybe it was about the creation of a dark world.
But it could even be, but like we're talking about the roaring, right, and stuff, right? So it could be the creation of a big dark world, right? It could be the whole town at some point by chapter 7.
And Sans has to escape in his machine and go to the Undertale universe.
Well, I think okay. I like that theory. I think Sans is from Deltarune, and probably Papyrus too.
I don't know about Papyrus.
Papyrus remembers living where there's grass.
You're right.
Papyrus remembers grass.
I was just thinking about the fact that he doesn't believe in Sans does, but it could just be ketchup. Papyrus does remember grass. He doesn't remember the sun.
But he's also a skeleton. Skeletons don't really have blood, so even if it's ketchup with Sans. Papyrus, you see his head exists after his body. I don't know. He's bones.
It's bones.
Yeah. Well, anyway. If that were to happen. Amalgamate?
Oh my god.
You could start to see things again.
If it became darker than dark, you would start to see things again.
That looks like Dodgeny.
Endogeny.
Endogeny, that's...
Are we gonna finally get an everyman explanation? Oh, that looks so cool. I love
all the arms and the eyes.
The arms with the tendril. And Endogeny's here.
Endogeny's here for some reason?
Or should we say Mutler? Well, Mutler is presumably only one dog.
I don't think I've ever heard of Mutler.
So in the graveyard in Deltarune,
oh,
there's
yes.
some of the things that make up the Amalgamates have graves.
That makes sense.
And there's one named Mutler.
Okay.
The leader of the pack. That audio.
And hear them.
Oh, this is so
It's filtered
cool.
water, like water stream noise.
Oh my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, not exaggerating.
And hear them.
And feel them! Oh my god! Friend!
Not a cat?
Friend is a dog.
Friend is a dog. I mean, the ears are pretty pointy.
Okay, I just want to say...
This could be a cat.
I just want to say, rather than writing friend is a cat on the bingo like I originally intended, I drew a picture of friend with cat ears. So, technically...
I mean, there's also whiskers, though, so...
I did add whiskers in a nose.
If friend ends up with whiskers and a nose... No. We'll see.
Well, it is saying ya also.
It's saying ya.
So...
We'll see if this is a cat or a dog.
But I just want to say, friend is a cat. Called it.
Maybe call it. Adjacently.
is a small domestic
Whoa!
animal.
That did make me jump.
I've heard that laughter before.
Rudin!
When it becomes darker than dark, you can start to see things again. That is the dark world, Susie. An alternate view of reality through the lens of shadow.
So does that mean that the dark world is, in a sense, always there?
It would imply that, in a sense, it is always there. You just can't see it.
And the creating the fountains allows us to see it.
But they also refer to creating the fountains as creating this world.
So unclear.
Unclear. Does that put an end to the last Tuesdayism of it? Or Thursday? I forgot what the saying is.
The saying is last Thursdayism,
Thursday, my
but
bad.
it doesn't matter.
Wrong day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, like, the clear question here, right, is do they exist before the Dark World is created? You know, like, they seem to have a history, the characters do. Is there some underlying force, even in the real world, of these objects having some kind of personality in this negative version of reality? Or is that created by the fountain? And that's a big
It's ambiguous, I
question
think. It doesn't really count because he's a computer program. But and I know Toby said he only considers what's in the games to be canon, but that doesn't mean that supplementary material can't be canon in its own way. In the Spamton Sweepstakes, it talks about or implies Noelle accidentally creating something in her game. A lot of people assumed it was Spamton. And it is plausible that it is Spamton.
Well, there's a blue circle that was very clearly the Peepus.
Yes. So there's two separate things. There's one where Noelle finds like a glitched egg in her cat petter's game. And then instead of hatching, it says that it
left due to happiness.
Yeah, left due to happiness. And my theory currently is that is Friend rather than Spamton. Because Friend is a cat.
But there was also a blue circle.
But also she put in a cheat code that she was sent, I think, in an email.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think it was an email that got sent to
email.
her. And she put in a code in her game, and it spawned a Peepus, and it ruined her game.
Yeah.
So Spamton, in a way, existed.
It kept saying congratulations as well. Congratulations, Peepus.
But because Spamton, we know, was a spam email, that doesn't necessarily mean he was conscious.
Yeah.
And in the Spamton Q&A, he references the fact that he gave her a gift. But that could just be him remembering things that happened before, in the sense that he wasn't conscious then, but now he is conscious, so he retroactively remembers it.
But it also could be some kind of like weird panpsychism thing where they don't actually have direct access to the light world, but their like light world counterparts are manipulated by people, and they have some kind of conscious understanding of that.
I don't know.
Ralsei has conscious understanding of the headband in a way.
Maybe.
But
he has conscious understanding of the path to the room.
Path to the room. Yeah. Well, he knows something.
He knows something.
I don't know. Obviously we're talking a lot of hypotheticals.
It's gonna be so many hours long.
That's okay. That's okay. That's what we're here for.
We'll have a timestamp for when we skip all this bullshit.
Nah.
Nah.
Maybe chapters, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, an alternate view of reality through the lens of shadow. In other words, an illusion. The dark fountains change everything into a fantasy.
Change them into a fantasy.
Your world's a fantasy.
In the light world, in reality,
What is Queen gonna turn into? Is it gonna be a motherboard?
Lancer is just an average playing card.
We knew that. Is she gonna be a motherboard?
A laptop.
Queen is just a laptop.
And I am just a headband.
In other words, when the lights come back on, this world is no longer real. The places you go, the people you meet, none of them are. Even I, the one telling you this, I too am.
But Ralsei, how can you say you're not real? I can see you, I can feel you, I can hear you. Normal objects don't have feelings and stuff.
Yes, they do. Have you ever seen Toy Story? Toy Story.
Woody there.
That's right, Susie. They shouldn't. That's why I don't want you and Chris to worry too much about us, okay? It's funny. I was overjoyed to make friends. Then, selfishly, I started feeling sad, too. Sad I couldn't be your friend in real life, Susie. That I can't do your homework. That I can't go with you. That I can't be there to help you when you really need me.
Ralsei.
I'm sorry. That's why if, me, Lancer, we can't do it all. So, if you ever feel like we're not enough, just forget about us and make some real friends, okay?
Ralsei. You idiot! How could you say that? You think I could just forget you? Forget Lancer? Forget everyone? I don't care what you say you are. You're real to me, okay?
Susie, I'm happy to hear that, but
Shut up and listen to me. No matter what you say, no matter what you are, me, you, Chris, we're a team, alright? None of us are gonna forget each other. So please, just...
Okay, hold on. Before we read this, let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment. Let's just breathe. Okay.
Confetti?
We're breathing.
Amazing?
We're breathing. Okay.
Word art?
We're okay. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Calm down. Okay. Let's take a moment. Actually, it's hard to take a moment when there's applause happening.
Oh my gosh.
What I was gonna say is, don't forget I'm with you in the dark, and all that implies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like it needs no other explanation.
Yeah.
When the light is running low and the shadows start to grow, and the places that you know seem like fantasy, there's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold, with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark. That
Okay.
is the whole song makes sense now, and it's really sweet.
Who is this?
Who is this?
Yeah.
Tenna,
This is Tenna.
I'm sure.
And Tenna is going to be
Tenna is the enemy
king queen
type character.
person type
probably.
character.
Tenna is the enemy of Mike. That's all.
Yes.
all
Tenna is obviously Antenna.
Yes, Tenna is Antenna.
The TV character is the thought.
Is the thought. Is
But
the assumption.
not all caps, so definitely not the secret boss.
We don't know the secret boss is all caps, okay? That's an assumption.
They have been in the last 2 chapters. I'm just saying.
Okay. Devil speaks in all caps?
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Okay, yeah, he does.
Spamton technically doesn't because of the brackets, but other than
Yeah.
the brackets. Yeah, and of course they're introducing the quote-unquote villain of the chapter early.
So Tenna has a cathoid crew. That's what they're called. And Spamton doesn't like them because they're after Mike.
What is the CRT it's cathoid something, right? Yeah, cathode. Cathode ray tube.
I said cathoid. I
So
meant
it's probably the
cathode.
cathode crew, right?
Cathode crew, not
Cathode crew.
cathoid.
Yeah, cathode crew.
It's the cathoid crew. I just misspoke. And
So-
then continued to
And
repeat
that's like
the thing.
the cathode ray tube is
Yes.
the CRT, the way CRT TVs work.
Mike is apparently a criminal, and Tenna and the cathode crew are looking
Whoa.
for him. And Spamton, in his
Well,
Q&A...
Spamton said that he's a criminal. Spamton's like, that man's a criminal, I tell you.
Yes, but in the Spamton Q&A, someone asked about Mike, and Spamton said, "You don't know anything about Mike. Are you part of that cathoid crew?"
Cathode crew.
I said cathode again. Again. Are you part of that cathode crew? And then he was like, I won't tell you where he is. You're never gonna find him, essentially, is what he said. Which implies that he
might be friends with Mike.
He's a wanted man.
Mike's a wanted man. Spamton may or may not be friends, but doesn't want to officially associate with him.
Yes. We don't need friends. We don't need Mike.
Yeah. Mike.
He doesn't want to associate with him, but he won't turn him in. Is what we know about him.
Yeah.
And you know what form of media is classically associated with wanted posters?
Westerns! Come on. Look, if you're watching this and have no idea what the fuck we're on about Woody Theory,
They'll know, because by the time this comes out, it'll have been confirmed true, and everyone will know.
You know, I mean, the idea, what we're at least honing on is that friend inside me, the weird, just very quick, brief. You know, you can dive deep into Woody Theory if you want to, but the friend inside me, this weird Toby Fox remix of You Got a Friend in Me, Toy Story, and he made a lot of them, but this one specifically was kind of weird because he changed the melody a lot. He had this run over, and then it went friend inside me, right? And with a picture of Woody's face zoomed in, right? And obviously this is a shit post.
He kept reblogging it with another zoom in.
Yeah. But like the thought that there's already so many interesting Toy Story parallels in Deltarune.
It's true.
And just like the time that he released that and the fact that he'd be working on Deltarune at that point. And some interesting thoughts about how, friend inside me could have some interesting...
We have a character...
We have a character,
friend.
Chris, who has a friend inside them,
Well,
which is
I don't
us
know
in
if
a
we
way.
can call ourselves a friend.
Sure, but like...
I was gonna say image friend.
Yeah, there's that, sure. But there's that, and it's interesting that Woody could be said to have a friend inside him, which is the voice box. There's a snake in my boot.
Reach for the sky, which is what Spamton was trying to do.
Yeah. So there's a thought of that, and
Type
then
in hot schmoes and days.
and we have Green Soul on our bingo. What was the evidence for that? I forgot.
The evidence was that we're gonna need the Shadow Mantle in order to fight the boss at all.
Yeah.
And we have
and in Undertale, the Green Soul was the shield with Undyne.
Yes.
Right? Was being able to shield off the attacks. And having some kind of mantle or a cloak or cape or something, perhaps, could help block some bullets, because otherwise it'd be impossible, right? Sham says it's impossible unless you have the Shadow Mantle.
And he lost it, or it was stolen from him.
Yeah.
Because he went to get it.
I heard someone say King's cape was the Shadow Mantle, but I don't think so.
I highly doubt it. People thought that the piece of cloth that was lying over the chair was going to be the Shadow Mantle, but clearly it's not.
Nope, it's in Susie's room.
It's Susie's room. Susie, not homeless.
But yeah, and the idea is that the secret boss of this chapter is, according to Woody Theory, a Woody-like cowboy outlaw, perhaps Mike, right? And that's kind of just cowboy themed.
Everyone's like screaming in the comments about how brain rotted you are, or they're like, "Holy shit, she was right all."
I don't know. Hey, look. I'm excited for whatever this is. I just thought it was really fun about all the things, and I just really want there to be.
I want it to be true.
I
really want it to be true. Even when it's not true, it will be true to me.
It's
in my
alright.
heart.
Anyway, who the fuck is? How are we doing this?
Okay, so last time you read Spamton's main text and I read the brackets. Do you want to reverse that?
If you want to read this, if you have how are we doing this? Like,
I don't know this person's pronouns.
My thought, and you are welcome to if you want to. My thought was to do like a TV announcer kind of.
That was my idea as well.
Yeah, do you want to do that? Cool, go for it.
Wow, what an...
You want me to do word art?
Yeah, because that's what I said. Like,
yeah, sure. I guess I wasn't. I guess I wasn't. I wasn't there for that. But I figured. I don't know how the word art might not be too frequent, but I can do that if you want. Unless
I can
also
do it. Cause it's...
Yeah, if you want to do the whole thing, do it. If you want me to do the word art, I will.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Okay. We're getting the applause is gonna turn off.
Okay.
We're making the applause turn off. Wow, what an amazing performance! The audience is brought to tears, folks.
This is cool.
This is wonderful.
Who the heck are you?
Ha! I was hoping you'd ask.
Wait.
What? What does this mean?
What?
What is this?
What?
Mike is the microphone
I.
for the TV announcer.
Yeah.
The friend is outside of me.
No. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be Mike for that, right? It doesn't have to be Mike for that theory. Because if Mike is involved here, then Mike can't be the secret boss.
Well, we had Spampton show up halfway through the chapter.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the chapter.
This is the first thing.
Allied with the main villain guy.
Yeah. If they're on the same team, I don't know what to make of the Spampton sweepstakes stuff and the stuff fans was talking about that. It's just, it's not canon, just like Toby said.
Yeah, well,
Take back everything.
I guess, you read this already?
Mike! No, I didn't. I just saw the word Mike and blacked out. Mike, play the VHS! Holy fucking Concadero, Chris. We just went and replayed our recording like 2 more times.
Yeah, we needed to take a break and just take that in real quick.
Oh my god. Okay.
This guy's massive.
Yeah, he is. TV used to be massive too. In the old days. Oh my god, so, I mean, obviously, neglected, old, forgotten, discarded thing.
Alternative to Woody theory, the radio is the secret mod.
That actually
Video
is
killed the radio star?
It's very plausible. I think I saw a bingo slot on someone else's bingo card that mentioned a radio. Very, very plausible.
But antenna, not chess theory.
Not chess theory.
Chess theory
He referred to
debunked.
himself as a king. Chess theory is debunked. until further notice.
Until the knight kills antenna halfway through the chapter and takes over as the boss.
Yeah. Okay. He said Mike play the tape. Well, my assumption was that it was the microphone. It could also be the mic guy. Not the microphone itself, but the guy in charge of the mic stuff. Also, couple things I wanted to say. I'm speechless. That's the first one.
Yeah?
We had the Nickelodeon slime.
Peepus.
And then immediately followed by Peepus.
Can't get this from an egg.
Which got shot by a gun. Guns.
That was great.
Woody theory.
That was great. Like I that VHS was so Spampton era.
That was so fantastic. It's pre-Spampton. Well, it's Spampton adjacent.
Well,
if we assume Spampton is from 1997.
I didn't really mean literal era. I meant like era of Deltarune. Like, kind of content.
Yeah. This is fantastic. This is the new Spampton. Do we think he can surpass him in popularity? Kiss Spampton's nose. Did you notice that?
Yeah. I
Spampton knows?
don't know. I mean, Spampton is pretty unhinged in a way
Spampton
that
is
Antenna might be, but like we haven't.
Spamtenna.
Oh my god.
Spamtenna should have been
the
on my
birth of a ship.
And Tenna.
So his name is Ant Tenna.
Ant Tenna, yeah.
Not Antenna.
Well, he's got well, first of all, he's dressed like Dr. Robotnik. Can we acknowledge that? He's come to make an announcement. Second of all, he has antenna, obviously, like an ant.
Yeah.
Right?
And a TV.
Obviously, and a TV, but like...
Ant a TV.
Ant a TV. This is huge. He's huge.
He's huge.
He seems a little more hinged.
Little hingeder.
Little hingeder. But we ain't seen nothing yet because that
got
video
a lot of-
that video was pretty unhinged.
Yeah, and the word art that we've seen so far has been pretty different from each other, so that's like a lot of possibility, a lot of potential for interesting, flavorful dialogue.
Stampton, who was an internet entity, had a lot of crossover with like old timey TV stuff.
Do we need a Stupendium TV song?
Yeah.
Antenna song?
Yeah, of course we do. It's not going to be better, but we need one. Stampton had a lot of crossover with like 90s, early 2000s infomercials, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy with his word art, the word art is very much like early internet, something you would put on your personal blog.
Yeah.
Like word graphics. That
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that you could look up. You could look up word graphics and put them on your blog. So there's him kind of crossing back over to the internet in the way that Spampton kind of crossed over to TV.
Okay.
I just thought that was
That's
interesting.
interesting.
What lovely contestants we've got today, folks!
Contestants?
Yes! You three are the stars of today's show!
Stars had the little glittery effect.
I heard it, yeah. Mr. Tenna's Marvelous Mystery Board. Mr. Tenna's Marvelous Mystery Board! He also has Spampton cheeks, sometimes.
This is obviously very reminiscent of Metaton
Yes,
in a lot of ways.
absolutely. So is Spampton.
Sure, but it was more Metaton Neo is his relation.
Yeah.
But the kind of TV shape is very box-like, and the first time we Metaton in Undertale is a game show.
The first time we met a ton. First time we met
The first time we Metaton,
yes, it was a game show.
it was a game show.
And this chapter, we should be able to find something to give Metaton in his house.
Yeah,
Because last chapter, when I talked to him, he was like, "Can you bring me something by tomorrow?"
yeah.
He didn't tell me what though. Also, this means absolutely nothing. But TV time. So, in the Willy Wonka,
Mike TV. Is that what you're going for?
there's a lot of steps to get there.
Okay.
In the
I would like to continue soon, but
in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Broadway musical, there's two Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musicals. One of them's called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. We're talking about stage musicals, not the films. But the Broadway musical, when it went on tour across America, it had over different periods of time. It had 3 different songs for Mike TV. They kept changing what song they used for him, because they're just never satisfied with it, I guess. And one of them was called TV Time. So TV Time, Mike TV, Mike,
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka. Forget, we're cutting out Willy Wonka. Go a step backwards. Cowboys in the 1970.
Yeah, he was a
1972
cowboy
version.
themes dude.
Cowboys, Woody,
Mike.
Friend Inside.
Oh, okay. Mike, right? Here's my Giga Brain Woody theory, adjusted to what we've seen so far.
Here's
Mike,
how Woody's theory can still win.
Mike is the secret boss that we're talking about, but Mike is under his control somehow. Be it like he's just reliant on that friend inside him, that voice box or whatever that's fully possessing him, the same way that we are possessing Chris.
Okay.
Right? So the individuality of Mike, perhaps the part of Mike that was friends with Spampton back in the day, is suppressed.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And all the reasons with Mike TV, yeah. But the TV has just sucked him in and become his whole personality, a la Willy Wonka, because it's just so addictive.
Right, like when
and-
Mike got sucked into the TV. Remember when that happened in Willy Wonka and the
Yeah.
Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, because TV bad, right? According to Roald Dahl.
TV bad. Tom really hates TV. Hate it. Past tense.
So like he's got Mike exactly where he wants him. He's controlling Mike. He's using Mike. Mike is his lackey, but he's being like repressed.
He's repressed. Aren't we all? Here's another thing, right? When Mike TV got sucked into the TV in the Charlie the Chocolate Factory, all versions, he became small. Well, I guess not in the bad movie. Controversial. The bad movie. He became small because that's how TVs used to work. And you know who else became small and wants to be big? Spampton.
Spampton!
And you know why? Because he fell in the acid river in small.
Okay, you might have lost me.
You're not familiar with that theory? This is the acid river theory.
Maybe I heard about it once.
So basically, we know Spamton either successfully or unsuccessfully snuck into the castle. We also know he used to live there. And he talks about, one of his lines is, I used to be the emo guy, nothing but the emo guy, now I'm the help ouch it burns guy.
Help me, it burns guy, yeah.
And then there's also take a vacation in a burning lake of acid is another one of his lines.
That makes sense.
Or another one of his
I'm sold. I think this is true.
There's more. But wait, there's more. And when you're on the acid tunnel of love and Queen is talking to you through the television screen, or the computer screen, my bad, she's a computer. Rouse asks about the houses, the little houses, and she says they're for the guests. And he's like, how would anyone fit in there? And she said, shrunk from the acid. Spamton is small because he found...
I'm down. We should continue though, because we've been sitting on here.
I actually don't like that theory, but it's
while.
funny. TV time! His model also looks like a late 80s and or 90s 3D model.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's a sprite made to look that way.
What? What the hell are you doing?
What am I doing? You should be wondering what you're doing. You're about to play the greatest game of your life. Answer crazy questions, pass physical challenges. And you'll all win some TV-tastic prizes!
Western
Old West font! Old West font! Floor candy, Brittany, friend the car, big rose, chocolate, kitchen sink for a garden, couch, chocolate, chew, your phone, rose, blushy!
I didn't say. There's Ralph say. Hey,
I didn't say.
Well,
Oh, it's.
the first thing he said was floral cowboy thing.
Floral
What-
cowboy thing! Floral cowboy thing! Family
I-
van commercial use.
Family van. Family.
Also, is this a Spamton sweepstakes? I'm kidding.
Are some of these things from?
Oh, no, none of them are. But it's just the fact that he's giving away prizes. I was mostly joking. White fur stuck in the drain.
That exists. This is all okay. So this
That's
is
the real
Chris's
Ralph
house that we're
from
referencing
Fan
here,
Gear
right?
as well, of course.
Is there a floral cowboy print somewhere in like Toriel's room or something?
I don't know. I've never been there.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly just jokes.
The family van. Okay, I'm sure it's mostly just jokes, but like I have to read into everything.
I see
That's
cryptids
my
trying to
job.
kidnap and eat Noelle. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Not all! Hey, Dr. Tennavel, what's today's prescription? Why, it looks like it's a prescription for one grand prize! That's right, today's grand prize is this season's most popular item. Encased in our patented mystery ball, this Dark World's one and greatest treasure. Hey, bet you want to know what's inside, don't you, folks? Well, great news, Cadoos and Cadets! Everything can be yours! All you have to do is hyperlink block. Win!
We got this. We can win.
We can win. Fun. Wow! I've never seen the funometer like this, folks! Don't touch that dial. Metaton said that. I think. Maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. It feels like something he would have said. Now don't touch that dial, because tonight we are gonna have one heck of a...
Who the hell is we?
Well, this is a game show, and you guys are contestants, right?
Let me be a little clearer. We aren't being on your stupid show.
You aren't? Oh, well, that's just hunky-dory, you know? You do you. Meanwhile,
Hunky doody.
Hunky Doody. Hunky Doody. Howdy Doody. Howdy Doody was an old cowboy show.
What? Okay.
He shrunk from sadness. You do you. Meanwhile, I, guess I'll just be me in the logo. cold.
Susie?
What?
Susie, I know I can't go to the festival with you, but can we just have fun, please? If I can, I still want to have fun with you and Chris.
Ralse.
Maybe we could just try playing this game? If we can't watch TV, maybe we can be on it.
All right, fine. We'll give it a shot.
You'll give it a shot? My game? A shot? A big
I guess.
Oh, you will? Oh, you thrill? Mike, the lights, the sounds, the what's-its, the do's-its. Turn them all on. And give me a cup of coffee. Right over here, ladies and germs.
And then I have control.
Wow, it's been a while. Look at everybody.
Walking out on stage.
We got TV face people. We got, is that a Shadow Man?
Yeah.
He's got a hat.
I heard someone say that the Shadow Men might be the
Chapter 4.
figures in the window.
Oh.
Because there's little figures
There
in the
are
window
little
that are
figures in the
little
window.
shadows with.
It's true, it's true.
Yeah.
The Shadow Man!
There they are.
Does that mean nothing from Chapter 4 got teased?
I don't think anything did.
Because people thought that Shadow Men were going to be Chapter 4.
I was pretty sure they were chapter 3.
I was as well, but...
Huh? It's a reminder manual I was revising. How exactly did it get, how did it get here exactly?
Spare enemies whose names become yellow. Use pacify entire enemies whose names are blue. And remember Susie and Ralse's S action, R action 2. Cool.
Reread it. Okay, it's the same.
It was
Now
not
say no.
This one's not an editable.
Editable. Oh my god, what the hell? It's
That guy.
It's the Pippin.
He was in.
He's a Pippin.
Well, that's a dice one, right?
Yeah, they're called Pippins.
But there's probably dice in Chris's house.
Yeah, from a board game or something.
Wants an autograph.
Sign.
Yeah, we get an autograph. We have to give him an autograph. In shock.
Cute.
Look, there's a thing. What are those golden
It's
things
the
behind
trash.
the trash can?
I wonder if we'll get to fight one of these guys this time. Oh, you know what? Oh, who is this? We're gonna pretend it's Ralse, because I don't know who this is.
Okay.
Chris, this world doesn't take cash. Instead, you'll earn points.
No dark dollars.
No dark dollars.
You have 7,000.
Well,
So how about that? One last chance to use your...
Your bucks.
my TV dinner for $2.50? Sure.
Yeah.
TV dinner is out of your items.
Should I get another one?
Oh, wait. Is this the Pippin that you're talking to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Need any
I'm
items
stupid.
in parentheses. I think the need any items is the Pippin.
okay. I would have given Pippin a different voice if I was
Hear the
being...
audience. No, but I think Chris was Ralse. I think because that wasn't in parentheses.
Okay.
And then the parentheses said need an item, and I think. You hear the audience whispering in your audio presence. You're filled with the power of undeserved fame that we can save and.
So in chapter 2, when you talk to the Pippin in, I think in the dojo. No, they're not in the dojo. I don't know where they are. It might have been if you put them out in the... No, wait, you don't do that. I don't know. Somewhere in chapter 2, if you talk to a Pippin, they say, so fighting wasn't in the... I think they say fighting wasn't in the cards for me. Some sort of pun. But then they're like, but something along the lines of, you should watch out if you ever meet my friend.
Yeah.
Or something. So I wonder if we're gonna fight either a Pippin or a Pippin-like entity. Because the reason that they got cut, because they were originally going to be fightable, is because Toby didn't like their attacks.
Yeah.
So maybe he
But
reworked them.
you gotta- yeah, exactly. Well, it doesn't say what TV dinner does.
TV-shaped pre-made meal. It even has a giant crumb of your favorite pie.
So it's obviously based on the pie that was made.
Well, it didn't get made. They almost finished
They
making it.
Almost finished making it. But everything else says like heals this much, right?
What's in our key items?
Just
Cell
cell
phone.
phone.
That's weird because
Same.
Same.
I had to check.
Nothing but garbage noise. I was gonna ask you to check earlier, but then I got distracted by everything else, so it's okay.
Just one TV dinner then?
Yeah, let's just get one TV dinner. Maybe we can come back and get another, maybe if they let us. At the end of chapter 2, yeah, make sure I didn't forget anything.
They don't show me. They don't show any more guys.
Blah, blah, blah.
The weather guys.
It's the weather duo, whoever they are.
We're getting so much stuff that was teased so quickly.
You think that's a remote? It looks like it has buttons on him.
Yeah, maybe. And the little infrared sensor on top.
Okay, what was I gonna say? Hey, Ariah, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
At the end of chapter 2, I checked my inventory in the light world. I went to, well, first I went to Castletown. And I interacted with Lancer and Rules and everybody else. And then I went back to the light world and I checked my inventory, and in my key items, I still had cards. Or not my key items, but in my light world inventory, I had cards.
You had cards.
And I looked at it.
Where did the cards come from?
I don't, well, if I clicked on it, it said the rules card, the Jack of Spades and the rules card.
Jack of Spades?
Yeah, he's the Jack of Spades.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Didn't it say so earlier this chapter?
They just said a Spades card. It didn't say Jack of Spades.
Fair.
I thought it was the ace, honestly.
It would have made sense for him to be the ace, but he's the Jack, according to the game.
Cool.
And I was like, why are they still in my inventory? I literally just interacted with them in Castletown. Did I just take the cards with me? Did I not put them back in Castletown? That might have just been an oversight on the game, because you checked and they're not in your inventory anymore.
Unless they left while we were asleep.
How would they have left on their own?
Hopped out of our... fell out of our pocket.
Oh, yeah, into the dark world.
I don't know. I mean,
They
like...
could still be here.
Because
they
it's
were...
either an oversight or they're somewhere in the world.
Okay, yeah.
We have a rules card space. It's plausible.
It's plausible.
Everyone pose!
Is it meant to be a camera?
Oh, I guess so.
Cute. It's
That
the
is
team
cute.
pose.
Hold on.
The fun gang, or I guess in this version they're the shit squad. I think I named them the shit
I
squad.
need to find...
But their Toby given name is the fun gang.
I want to take a screenshot, but I don't remember what...
You're taking
There
them.
we go.
You're taking lots of them.
Yeah. It didn't take one first because I wasn't sure what button it was.
So the fun gang is the quote unquote canon name. Not really, but
Really?
in the Toby posted some concept art from like a long time ago, like 2012 or 2013, of the characters, and it was labeled the fun gang on the concept art. We should talk to. Okay. Okay. How do we mark our bigger spaces?
Oh, we'll get there. We're gonna talk to rules.
Okay.
I'm glad that I thought about that.
I'm glad that I brought this up
Yeah.
like 2 seconds before we continued to the right.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Your performance will be graded. S rank, A rank, that sort of thing. There ain't no shame in having a low rank. So just have fun.
All right.
Weather duo.
Who's who?
I'll be this guy. The stars, charmed, will be your boss encounter. Here's a little romantic forecast for you. The weather always sticks together. They're in love.
Tonight's weather is drop.
What?
I guess they're a
Tonight's
duo,
weather
but
is
that's okay.
You look like.
Antenna's great.
Chris, love, let's catch up in the green room.
The green room. The green room.
The green room. So, any ideas on how I can be the TV guy's second in command?
Well, we're gonna mark rules, right?
How do we mark rules? Like, should I get a different colored pen?
Why is rules here?
Is
Is on our bingo card. Nothing's exploded yet, right?
Nothing's exploded yet. I don't think, unless we missed it.
I don't think anything exploded yet.
Okay. Yeah, now's a good time to take a little break and just sit here and watch the dancing as we
Yeah.
look over this.
Yeah, I think the only thing we've got here, other than a big question mark on the friend thing, is why is rules here?
I'm gonna put a heart.
Okay. Cool. One spot. We don't get to mark our free space until we know what Pluie is.
Yeah, until we know what Fluey is. If
All
we
right.
don't find out what Fluey is, no free space.
Yeah.
But we know it's there and it's free.
All right.
All right.
We good? Talk to Antenna.
Okay. Talk to Antenna. Everyone got their snacks and drinks. Once the show starts, there'll be no bathroom breaks.
Glad I just used the bathroom.
Ready to begin the show? We're gonna do some fighting, I assume.
Not ready?
Not ready, and then we just see what he says. Nothing. He says nothing.
Okay. Are we ready now? He said.
We clicked on everything. Right?
Yeah.
Great! Mike, hit it!